Hello, everybody. Happy New Year. January 21st, 2021. Always like to start off with a little humor. Hopefully you can see my screen. Can I shovel your broken New Year's resolutions? That usually happens sometime around the end of the month. Parenting can't be that hard. It's easy until you have the kids. I felt like that sometimes. It's not so jolly being a yellow snowman. You can see the snowmen are pretty upset with the dog apparently that just walked by. Have you ever noticed that all instruments searching for intelligent life are pointed away from the earth? A woman was surprised to find an old picture of herself, younger, slimmer, and falling in love with her future husband. When she showed him the picture, he said, "Wow, look at that. That's my old Impala." Good advice here. Marry a short gal and keep your guns on the top shelf. She still might get you, but you'll hear her dragging the chair across the floor. So, good advice. All of our numbers since this all began with COVID, just an update. This all started back in March of 2020. Since then, we've had 48 cases. We have 3 active cases at this time, light symptoms. So far, in this last outbreak, we've had no hospitalizations with the Omicron variant. Associates, we've had 92 cases since this all began. Some are active at this time, as you well know. We're sending out notices. Most are with light or no symptoms at all. Nobody's in the hospital. That's good news. Total to date, we've tested, including resident staff and private caregivers, we've had 12,363 tests. Infection rate is still low, 1.34%. Testing only if symptomatic for independent living residents. We are testing in healthcare and assisted living weekly, twice weekly. Vaccination rates are still almost 100%. Everyone, including residents, are required to wear masks at this time. They must be at least a surgical mask and must be clean and in good repair. Masks are available at the reception desk if you need them. Visitation is limited to 2 visitors per resident at this time. Guests are not allowed to meet in the community's common spaces. Visits should take place in the resident's apartment home only. No guests are allowed in the dining rooms at this time. Transportation services are limited to essential purposes only. And you must wear a mask when on transportation as well. No guest in the audience for activity programs. That continues. Quarantine for those who are symptomatic, traveled on a cruise, or contact with a positive person. Continue to practice good hand hygiene, please. Washing and or sanitizing your hands often, especially when you're in common spaces. Avoid gatherings outside of Westminster. Continue to practice social distancing whenever possible, and stay home if you're ill. Please stay home if you're ill. Health center visitation guidelines. Visitation is limited to 2 visitors at a time for healthcare and assisted living. Everyone, including residents, must wear a mask at all times while visiting assisted living and healthcare. And you must wear an N95 quality mask. Those are available at the healthcare reception desk. If you have any questions about visiting healthcare or assisted living, please call the healthcare reception desk and they'll be happy to help you. You must screen in. Questions and answers for the 21st. Can you please remind residents to place their trash and recycle out only on days it's picked up? It is unsightly and a trip hazard. Yes, please be courteous to your neighbors and to our environment and place trash and recycle out only on days it will be picked up, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Please do not place out overnight. Please do place outside your apartment home by 9 a.m. on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Use the trash chutes on all other days. When will the locker rooms be finished for the pool? Unfortunately, this area will not be completed and ready for occupancy until April. They have been constructed as part of the next phase to open, and there are public restrooms around the corner from the pool that may be used to change. And April's coming pretty quick, so it's just around the corner, about 60 days. What is the plan for Preston B Wing entrance from visitor parking garage? Both A and B Wing will be getting new floors and painting. In a future phase, we'll be creating a condition corridor to pick up these areas and make more attractive. Question, is there an alternative to using our key fobs on the garage gate? The answer is yes, there is a garage gate opener that can be purchased for $75. Please contact Olga in my office via email or any reception desk. Question, when dining, should you put your mask on the table where you are eating? Ideally, no. Placing the mask in a brown paper bag or mesh bag is preferred. This will keep the mask away from possible contaminants while allowing the mask to dry. If you don't have a bag, you can place both the elastic straps around your wrist with the inside of the mask folded upon itself. So the part that comes in contact with your mouth folded in on itself, and then place it on your wrist. What is being done about the landscaping around the campus? Well, it is winter. And freezing temperatures create issues for the best landscape. We have beautiful colors most of the year. We also still have areas under construction or that will have equipment being used in areas of landscape. We have plans for landscape, and the Windsor Courtyard will be a priority in the coming months, as will the other areas. The north entrance will be addressed while the signage is being installed for that area. Should be coming in the next few months. Question, can we deal with AT&T or must we continue to deal with Spectrum? And I think this has been on an individual basis. Yes, some residents have services through AT&T, though if you do services with AT&T, you will not have the in-house channel. Spectrum has improved the channel lineup as promised and is rolling out new boxes, and that began yesterday and will continue until completed. Should residents be wearing worn or dirty mask? No, residents should wear clean mask in good repair. Please contact reception if you need a new one and can't get them. Please wear a minimum of a surgical mask or better. Question, can the shuttle service be made more dependable? It seems erratic. We're always working on that. We're always working on improving our shuttle. We will continue to address the concerns and efficiency of our system ongoing. There are many variables that impact the shuttle time, such as the weather. If it's raining, it slows down the shuttle. Traffic, the number of riders on the shuttle. So we ask for your continued patience, and please bring your issues and concerns forward, and we will address them on a case-by-case basis. Question, why were exhaust fans and heaters not installed in Windsor apartment bathrooms? The answer is the units have exhaust vents in each bathroom. It is on a central system. The building was built per code. Question, are there maid services that can be hired independently? Answer is yes, there are additional services available through Westminster for an additional charge. Also, several residents use Halcyon for this service. You can reach out to Robin Akins for assistance with receiving additional support. You can also reach out to Antonio, the Environmental Services Director, and he can set up additional cleaning for you. I have passed your name along to Robin to let her know that you need additional assistance. Question, why aren't there any hand sanitizers in the bistro? The answer to that is the team is addressing many items in the bistro and the new commons, and these sanitizer dispensers will be addressed as well as they're available. Question, will a rowing machine be included in the new gym? Yes, that is the answer. It will be included. Please reach out to Ev to assist in setting up a workout regimen if you need one in the meantime. Question, Windsor stairwells are labeled refuge area, which usually designates an area for mobility impaired people. What is the difference between using this area and using the halls during a tornado alert? Which offers more protection, the halls or the stairwells? They're both pretty equal. During a tornado alert, you may use the stairwells. Typically, it is recommended to get it to an interior space away from windows. The stairwells can be used as well, though probably not as comfortable since they're not air-conditioned spaces. Both are acceptable. Question, why are we still seeing water stained tiles in the Preston halls? Most of the water stained tiles have been replaced. There may be some areas that there's insulation around the chilled water lines that has failed. Those areas are being repaired as needed. The insulation, we have an insulation replacement project going on, and it'll be going on over the next few months to replace that insulation. Once that's done, the ceiling tile will be replaced and it shouldn't happen again. Question, if as marketing claims, the prevalent request is for 2-bedroom apartments, why aren't there more 2-bedroom units in the Carlisle assisted living? The answer to that question, the request and wait list for larger 2-bedroom apartments is for independent living mostly. We seldom get requests for 2 bedrooms in assisted living, but there will be a couple available in the new assisted living of the Carlisle, and all units in the assisted living are capable of being double occupied if needed. So, question, could someone please take the swimsuit pictures out of the swimming pool, glass windows, and mount them on the north walls, or get rid of them altogether? Answer, we will take care of this. We have a plan for the north wall, so I don't think that we'll hang those swimming suits up, but thank you for bringing it to our attention. Question, why are activities by outside performers being conducted in the solarium, courtyard, and dining room? We are requiring all entertainers to be fully vaccinated and are requiring at least surgical masks for both entertainers and audience. We continue to have outside performers throughout the pandemic when possible. We have and continue to do our best to balance resident safety with quality of life. We don't want to force you all back into your apartments and not have any entertainment if possible. Our vaccination status remains high at 100% and cases and symptoms low. And then most of our contacts with COVID have been occurring outside of Westminster. So we're not spreading it around amongst our residents. We've been really good about that. And we're trying to offer entertainment when we possibly can, though we are making sure entertainers are vaccinated. So it's a balance. We're trying to maintain a balance of your safety and also your quality of life. You have a choice. You don't have to attend the activities if you're concerned. But for now, we believe that we should not shut down completely, that we should continue to have entertainment when possible with meeting the guidelines, of course, and the precautions. Question, the hallway between the Preston building and the library card room has carpeting, flooring that is thick, plush, that makes it very difficult, sometimes impossible, for aides, spouses, friends to successfully push people in wheelchairs across the floor. Can you please fix that? The carpet has a waterproof membrane installed between the concrete and the carpet as recommended for senior living. I have, however, asked the construction team and interior designer to look into the issue and address with an alternative. It's not a pad, it's a rubber waterproof membrane that's meant to make the carpet cleanable and last longer, but I do understand there's some concerns. Although I've only heard from one or so people that it is a concern. If you do agree with this, that it's a concern and that there's, that needs to be addressed, please just reach out to reception, give them a call or shoot me a note. I would appreciate that, but we are looking for an alternative. Construction update. I'm not going to go through all of this, but suffice it to say, we're making a lot of progress. The team's working really hard to complete the project. You can see that we're making progress every day. The glass is beginning to be installed on the Carlisle building. The waterproofing, the sheathing is being completed. They're installing taps for the fire sprinklers on the Carlisle building. All floor frames and glass are being installed and will be through the end of this month. The waterproof sheathing should be completed around the 29th. Flashing on all window openings is being worked on. All floors, frames, and glass are being worked on as available. You can see sheetrock one side and the frame of the soffits is being done through the next couple weeks. The layout and install of the electrical is being completed throughout this month. For the Carlisle sheetrock on one side, on the electrical areas in the building are being done, framing the soffits, installing ductwork, installing the roof, which is exciting. That will help dry us in. We should have that. We actually dried in already. Installing the roof will finish that project. Duct rough ends are being completed. The Carlisle Bridge, lots of progress. Mock-up is being completed in 2009. So they're working really hard to complete the project, and everything so far is on time and within budget. We have some good news that we received a bunch more appliances for the Windsor infill tower. So that's good news. We were worried about that. It seems like it's starting to come together in finishing that. Here's the expansion timeline highlights. You can see we've crossed through a lot. I need to put a line through this. Carlisle will be dried in. That's been completed. The exterior work on the Carlisle is picking up pace. And the Windsor infill is still planned for 4/5/22 to be completed. I have a new slide that's going to have Carlisle timeline highlights. So when the dried in took place, site utilities will be coming in February. Exterior masonry, stucco, and the skin, hanging drywall. I mentioned that earlier, and installing the elevators. So really a lot of progress. This is a picture of the Windsor infill tower. The exterior is completed. We have a little bit of roof work to do, and we're installing the balcony rails, as you can see. The Carlisle is making lots of progress. The glass will start being installed on the bridge and around the Carlisle building. Just to speak about it just a little bit more, I kind of put all the three projects together for the various buildings. This is the Westminster 2022 solar installation project. The total size of the system will be 499 kilowatts. Really impressive project. The 25-year savings will be about $1.6 million. We're receiving Austin Energy rebate of almost $500,000. And we're spending net cost after rebate about $473,000. And we'll be saving over the 25 years at least $1.6 million. The really interesting fact too is that we're saving the environment 510 metric tons of carbon dioxide per year. That's 1.3 million passenger car miles. Or the energy use for 92 family homes. We're reducing that energy use every year from our solar grid. So that's really a good cause, I think, and it should help our community tremendously. Just some updates on dining services. Some of these things you may have seen already, but just some reminders. Bistro is open 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week. There is a free grab and go continental breakfast that is available from 7 to 9:30. In the bistro only. Limit is supposed to be 4 items per resident. We're no longer going to be supplying bags because people were grocery shopping basically up there. It's meant to be a grab and go continental breakfast, similar to what you would have in a hotel. There is limited table side service available. So again, the continental breakfast is meant to be grab and go, and table service is limited because we have limited staff for that. So those folks are really meant to serve the people that are ordering from the menu. Delivery of meals is available from 7 a.m. to 4:45. There will be a $5 charge per household beginning February 1st. So we did that before the pandemic, and we will start that back up in February. In the bistro, we are doing what's called a soft open of the bistro through mid-February. That means reservations are required, and they're limited to 50 people max at lunch and dinner. So we're doing that to make sure that we can meet the food prep needs and the staffing needs of the area. No to-go orders or delivery orders after 5 p.m., please. We need all of our staff to be able to serve meals in the dining room. So No to-go orders or delivery orders after 5 p.m. The Laurel Dining Room is open for lunch 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for dinner 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Please enjoy the dining rooms. Some updates. We have applied for liquor licenses for our Preston and Carlisle dining venues. Notices are required to be posted until approval is received. So I thought after 60 days, we'd be able to remove those, but I've been recently told by our council that the rules have changed a little bit and we have to keep the notices up till we actually receive it. The keyless entry system is still coming soon. It's supposed to be started in the first quarter of 2022. The new cable service boxes from Spectrum, they started installation again on that this week. The channel programming through Spectrum has been confirmed, and we are enjoying the programming that we were supposed to be receiving with the new cable boxes. Continued work on Harrisville Hall's audiovisual technology with the consultant and subcontractors. We have actually a walkthrough pre-bid meeting tomorrow. So we'll be doing that if you see us in Harrisville Hall. A reminder, please do not push the emergency stop buttons in the pool area unless there is a true emergency. This shuts down the filtration system and the temperature control. The button is required by building code. So please don't press that emergency button unless there's really an emergency. Please pick up your laundry timely when you're washing your clothes. Set a timer to remind yourself if necessary. Lots of people are leaving their clothes in lots of machines, so please stop doing that. Please follow the trash and recycle times. I think I mentioned that earlier. Your resident neighbors are begging you to do that. Some reminders for being a responsible parent for your pet or a pet owner. Pets should be kept in the resident's living unit or under control at all times when outside of the apartment home. Control means within 4 to 6 feet and on a leash. All pets outside of apartments should be on a leash. Pets are not allowed in the dining room, fitness rooms, health clinic, library, or pool at any time. And all animal waste should be picked up and disposed of in sealed plastic bags and placed in the trash bin. Residents are responsible for cleaning up after their own pets in the common spaces and on the grounds and in their apartments. So please take care of your pets and be a responsible pet owner. If you have any questions, reach out to reception. 2021 achievements, I'm just adding this slide. It's really, Westminster had a tremendous year. Lots of things to be proud of. The Today Show story, the Fitch rating, the refinancing, the 17 residents achieving 100 years, deficiency-free licensure surveys, top workplace for 8 years, the Alzheimer's fundraising, Alzheimer's Texas top fundraiser, the LCS top fundraiser, and we also received Best Nursing Home U.S. News and World Report. Speaking of U.S. News and World Report, I know that I'm asking you to do yet another survey, but it's really important to us as a community to get as much participation as we can and get as high a marks as we can. Please participate in the survey if you're able. Please contact reception to let them know that you have completed it or you need assistance in completing it. We can help you complete it if you need assistance, and the national ranking against other senior living communities is potentially really important to Westminster. It helps us maintain high occupancy. It also helps us keep costs down by maintaining high occupancy. It's very marketable to receive Best U.S. News and World Report, and we've done that. That ranking we've achieved for our nursing facility, the healthcare center, and we really want to achieve it for our senior living community, Westminster. It should really help us. The goal is for 75% participation. Rachel Gill and Olga are champions for this cause, and Betsy will be helping people fill out surveys if they need it. And please reach out to us. We're happy to help. All surveys must be completed to count by January the 31st. I really appreciate you supporting this. And I know you're just surveyed way too much, and I wish I had another way. I didn't design the survey, and the survey is what it is, and I really don't have any control over it. I am petitioning to change the way they do their survey, so hopefully in the future it'll be better. Just a reminder, star cards can be used for any associate, including those in management and supervisor positions. Star cards can be turned into any reception desk. Those are great ways to appreciate associates, and all of our associates deserve to be appreciated. And I want to thank you for 14 great years and the kind cards and notes that you sent me. Congratulate me, and I'm looking forward to this 15th year and Westminster's 55th anniversary coming soon. So thank you all for making Westminster an extraordinary place to live and work. And until next month, I will see you then.